Hey everyone, and welcome to Command Your Confidence, your channel for building your confidence, changing a lifestyle, and just becoming like the best you ever. If you like what you see, I'm going to have some great content coming up soon that's going to blow your mind away, and I'm going to be doing some challenges for myself that are hopefully will inspire you guys to take action in your lives. So be sure to subscribe below. And I'm here today with Afi Kingdom, and I know I said we're waiting for Mac to come on here. I don't know if something came up or if he forgot, but we're just going to start the show, and let's get rolling.
He's gaming.
Yeah, he's probably out there gaming right now.
He's gaming.
So what I wanted to pretty much talk about today was, being confident around women. Like you were mentioning to me, like you got to project like a vibe and everything, because like women can read into your vibe when you're going to approach women. And, I found that when I was starting out, starting to learn to talk to women, that my vibe was off because I was just focused on like, what my mentor told me to do. And, I realized after continuing on, with this journey, that the more comfortable I felt with myself during an interaction with a woman, like, well, I, increased my chances of closing a girl and getting a number. So I don't know. So what is your take on having, being confident around women when you're talking to them?
What do I feel? I feel like I'm the prize, man. So saying that, I don't really feel a woman has the full power to reject me.
Mm-hmm.
I may come across the chick and may not get her phone number, but I don't consider myself being rejected by that, because I feel like if she's missing out on if I don't make the connect with her, she's still missing out on something with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like just my mindset, period. So I don't. I've been discouraged in situations with women where just dealing with them and things don't go my way and stuff like that. But it's never been a situation where it's been off the approach.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might be like, damn, it'll more be like, damn, I wanted to hit that, not like, damn, I wanted her. You know what I mean? So I don't feel the loss, and that way I don't really trip off putting myself out there, because at the end of the day, you know,
Mm-hmm.
saving she can be a headache too. Like, it's not always what up, Matt. It's not always the man always feels like he's missing out if things don't happen right, but sometimes the woman's missing out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's like the mindset that I have, but it's still true. You know, I got my stuff together. I don't have no kids. So if I meet a woman and she got 2 kids, not to be like that, but I'm saying I made better decisions off the rip. She's single and up, you know what I mean? Like we can still date or whatever, but I don't like she can't reject me. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Cause she's not doing better than me. And if she is doing better than me financially, she's not doing better than me up here. Because wherever
Mm-hmm.
she at financially, that's probably where she's gonna stay. And I'm gonna keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my difference. That's what I feel. What's going
Yes,
on?
how you
Oh
doing,
man,
Matt?
I'm good. My schedule is off. Yeah, the whole New Year schedule. I just got up, but it's all good.
Oh, we just thought you were out day gaming.
Good day sleeping.
No, it happens, man. I was like that too. Like I was off for an entire week, and I slept in probably like an hour more than I normally do. Like when I have to go to work, and I just remember that those first few days going back to work, a pain in the ass just having to get up early and adjust to the schedule. That's how it always goes when you kind of like
Yeah.
break out of a routine, then you got to get back into your routine again.
I'm always inclined to like get more as I think my natural body clock is more like I'm more of a night person, even though like evening I'm at my best at night, but I don't know. I think some people are just like that. I think some
Mhm.
people are they get up early in the morning and it feels natural for them. but other people, they're just more inclined to, if they have a free schedule, it's gonna get later and later.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's all good.
That happens, man. No,
Yeah.
we were just talking about like so like when you're talking to a woman, like the vibe that you have to project around her and everything, because women can read into your vibe. They can tell if like you're nervous, if like you're just coming off as a nice guy, if you're not like flirting with her at all, like just because like you're afraid to flirt with her. And you're just kind of, and I think you kind of talked about this on when we talked on Tuesday. You mentioned like you kind of what gives you the courage to go like approach women is because you just think about like, oh, I just want to have sex with them. So you probably, am I right on that? And you project that sexual energy when when you're socializing with them.
Well, it's probably just a thing where you're doing it like subconsciously. You don't want to be saying, "Hey, I want to have sex with you," but you're doing it. Even women can pick up on that, on your sexual energy. Um, and it's not even about what you say. It's just about your demeanor. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter if you have the perfect script in front of you, and it's like it's from whoever's giving you advice, and it's like it should work 100% like the magic words. There are no magic words. It's how you hold yourself, how you how your posture, like everything about you. It's not really about what you say. Um, so that can only come with practice. And obviously, you can shoot yourself in the foot by saying something really stupid or something. But my point is, like, you can't. There's no magic words. There's no like perfect script. It's how you deliver those. It's how you deliver your opening or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What up, John Rowe? It's how you deliver, and it's also like your abundance too. Because if you have abundance, you don't sweat off of. You see, when you don't have that abundance, you kind of like still try to judge. Like, I wonder if this gonna work. I wonder. I hope she don't. I hope she doesn't. So when you just had that abundance, like I'm saying this, I'm doing this, and I know it's gonna work, or I don't care if it don't work. I'm gonna just move on to the next person,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when you can really get it together.
Yeah, I realized too, like when I first started going approaching girls, like I didn't have that abundance mindset too, and I always like dream up these possible bad scenarios of what can go wrong, and I think that kind of like killed the vibe of it. And I think you just kind of got to learn. And I was learning a lot of. I don't know if you guys ever read up any of like mystery method or real social dynamics type of books or gone to any seminars, but they always like I was like so focused on trying to get the method, like the mystery method, right when doing that instead of thinking about having a real interaction with the girl. I was like, oh, I got to do this right in order to get the girl.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time analyzing stuff instead of just going for it and then just accepting what the results are. The results not always. You got to understand that the results not always going to be in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
Not always. Like it's just about it, but will it defeat you though? That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Exactly.
people, some people sometimes some people really will get discouraged off of like one rejection, like only one, and it'll just retire them for the month. Like so you gotta just keep that stuff pushing, man, because women don't care, so why should you?
Yeah, that's right.
They
But
don't
why
care.
do you think, like, most guys who are inexperienced with approaching girls, why do they kind of get discouraged and, like, you know what I'm saying? And, they know they're not good, and then they just got to keep at it. And so, you just got to go do interaction after interaction, and eventually they would get better.
Because sometimes you can put more value on a woman than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, you look at it if you don't get what you're supposed to get, you look at it like a missed opportunity, and that's the main issue. You shouldn't look at it as a missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like just dropping something out of your pocket that you don't need. Like you acknowledge that it's there, but it doesn't affect you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Any
that's
words
the
on this, Mac?
What's up?
Any
Uh,
words on that? Hey,
uh,
Jonathan W, what's up?
am I, did you ask me, am I working today?
Yeah, no, what are your thoughts on what Ati was saying, though, about...
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's, yeah, it's true. It's like we all want you know, we all want what we can't have. So, some guy, you know, and guys all want hot girls, or at least a girl, depending on your level. But um, so we want what we can't have, and some guys, you know, once they get rejected, you know, they rather, you know, they associate that with pain, so they'd rather not try. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, you know, I want that, but it's too difficult. I'd rather just stay in my comfort zone. You know, I've been rejected before. You know, I'm just gonna. That's just something I'll look at, and I'll know that I can't have. So you know, they'll sit back, they'll sit on the sidelines. You know, just because they've been, you know, they associate kind of going for that with pain, so they give up and they just, you know, they accept that they're not going to get it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a lot of guys kind of accept their situation. They don't like strive to, like, you know, just like, or let, you know, or just they don't understand the idea of like letting like rejection flow off you like water off a duck's back. You know, that's how I deal with rejection. You know, it's like it doesn't you know, I just don't let it, you know, penetrate my vibe. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like something that affects me, you know. And you have to kind of learn that. You have to like learn that it's not something that is a big deal, or it's, you know, because naturally, like instinctually, it is something that, you know, it does get you down, but you just got to learn to not let it, you know.
Mm-hmm. I know,
Mm.
I got that way too, you know, and I just learned to, like, I don't know, what I did is I just kind of like kind of sat back and I kind of assessed my interaction. And I kind of just thought, like, well, what can I do better next time? And the fact that, you know, I mentioned this last time that I'm just kind of busy right now doing a lot of things. It's like that doesn't really bother me as much anymore.
It bothers when you don't have nothing else. This is when it bothers you. It bothers you when the woman is the most important thing you got going on. So if you don't really have nothing going on and then you meet a hot chick, well, then that becomes the best thing that you have possibility. It's the best possibility you have going on for something that you enjoy, which is the company of a chick. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But like you just said, if you got to do this, and that, then you know it never comes first. You know, I just had that conversation with somebody on a consultation, and basically I told him, like, no matter how much you like your chick, she cannot be the most important thing to you. I know they say that and you hear that, but it's not true. It's not
Mm-hmm.
true. And if you don't think it's true, then you do it that way and see how long that lasts. Or if it do last, let's see how happy you are. Because a lot of people are in relationships. That don't mean that it's all peachy and they're in love and stuff. Some people are in they're it's out of convenience. You know what I'm saying? It's not because they like this person so much or out of kids, but it's, you know. So you see people together, but that don't mean they got it going on the way you think.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really admire what somebody else has because you don't even really know what they have. You just know what you think they got.
Oh, that's a good point, though. Like, I don't know, like seen some friends though who were super happy because they were in a relationship, but then it's weird because like a couple months down the road, they're super miserable about that. They feel that the world has like come to an end.
A lot of people without any options will stay in relationships out of cowardice. You know, both parties are miserable in the relationship, but both are cowardly people because they're too afraid to be alone. They don't think they have any other options, things like that. So they stay in this miserable relationship, basically because they're too scared to, like, you know, be alone, or, you know, they think that it's gonna hurt if they break up or whatever. But, you know, it's you know, there's all these reasons, but there's so many. I've seen it so many times where people just shouldn't be in relationships together, but they think they should, or they think that, like I said, if they leave this relationship, they're not gonna, have any other options, or the.
Mm-hmm.
So people need to make the difficult decisions. Like, it's like chess. Life is like a game of chess. You gotta make, not get emotionally attached to outcomes, and figure out, what can I do, what strategy, what is the best move I can make to best improve my life. Like, even if it's a difficult, even if it's difficult to move that piece, you gotta do it. You gotta think about it. Don't become emotionally involved. You know, um, that's the way I see it.
No, you make a good point though. I mean, because even when I took action in other areas of my life, I get frustrated and I get emotionally involved. But now I just kind of learn to take a step back, or kind of just like I know that emotion is there, but I just do my deep breathing and shit like that, and I just try to focus on something else, and it like goes away. But you gotta be able to like not have that emotional outcome. You also got to be able to um, like have an abundance mindset and have shit going for yourself. Because I don't know, I just think, looking back on, where I was maybe 10 years ago, like I just would put, if I met a girl, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's awesome. Because, I wasn't doing a lot of like cold approaching, but most of my stuff was online. And I felt like I had to text the girl like all the time and everything, or like just make plans for
You gotta hold on to her. Like you felt like you had to hold on to her. Like if you weren't at her attention at all times, you could lose her.
Yeah, exactly. Like and looking back at it, I just kind of like laugh at myself. But I was young, and I didn't really have much going on at the time. But I mean, I realized because I get like frustrated, because like I wouldn't hear back from the girl. I get a flake and everything, and like I just I just had to like kind of figure a way to deal with that. And I'm just kind of, I said to myself, well, I'm just going to focus on doing this in my life. Maybe next time, I talk to a girl, I'm not going to get back to her and make a plan right away. And now, like, I was telling Afi earlier, like, I'm just like so busy. Like, I, I, I don't have to make a plan right away because I'm just focused on so many things that I want to do for myself in 2021. And so and it was funny because I was, when I was talking to this girl earlier, I made a plan, and I was so busy I forgot to say what day we were going to get together, and she thought we were getting together tonight. She told me she like rushed home from work and everything just to get ready. I'm like, oh, I made a mistake. I was busy doing something, so I meant like Sunday night.
It's a player problem. Player problems.
That's it. How to problems, man.
I know, man. I never thought I'd have them.
Hey Mac,
Yeah.
you ever gonna settle down or what, bro?
That's not on my to-do list. Not
It's because of your age or your priorities, though. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm 32, but I mean, back in the day, that would have been, the age that guys probably would have been settled down by. But I just don't think I can. I think it'd be very difficult for me to settle down because it's like, it's like I've just, once I've been exposed to abundance and variety, I don't think I definitely couldn't do monogamy. I couldn't do it. So I don't know how,
It was super hot and super submissive.
yeah, it doesn't even matter because, it's like I always say, like, it's no matter how hot they are, like, once you're exposed to variety, it's like that, that hotness or whatever, it doesn't like sex, super high sexual attraction only lasts so long, especially with guys like us that we've like been with so many different women. you know you you just need something new. But I don't know. I wouldn't rule out, the possibility of wanting to, in the way in the future, want, like when I'm in my 40s, maybe I might want to have kids, but maybe I might want to experience that, like the idea of having kids, like just to experience life. You know, I want to, experience the variety life has to offer. But right now, that's not even something I have any interest in doing. It's way too much responsibility. I'm not interested in it. You know.
Good word. It's responsible. Dude, if dudes knew how much energy a successful relationship takes, they wouldn't be yearning for it so much. It's yearning, they yearn for it because they get the comfort level of the dating shit, but the relationship shit don't go like that.
No, you're right about the energy. Like I kind of feel like if I like get involved with someone, I'm gonna have to take all my energy out of what I'm working on right now in my life and put most of that on the girl because the girl's gonna really want all the attention, and I just can't do that right now.
I mean, it's like you can. They'll say it doesn't matter to them, but that only lasts for so long. It's just like when I got like my stripper buddy. When they meet him, they like, oh, you strip. That's pretty cool. It doesn't get. It's not pretty cool when they like fall in love with him and they say, I want you to stop. It's not pretty cool then. But in the beginning, it's cool. It's not a big deal, then.
Mm.
So,
what's your setup, Afi? Are you? How about you? You got how many how many women you got, or you got? Are you do you have a main woman or what?
nah, bro. I'm just kind of chilling. I don't even really do it like that. I got access when I need. Yeah, it's easy. If tonight I want to go, it'll go.
Hmm.
But it's not a situation where I'm like, hey, honey, every day or what, you know. But it always goes in phases though, because it'll be a time where I'm really into it and I'm rolling. But it's just right now I got some financial goals, bro, that I'm trying to make, and that's if I hit my financial goals, the women gonna be even easier.
You got to get into crypto, man. Are you in crypto?
No, I'm gonna look into it though. I talked to Jonathan about it before.
Oh man, apparently now's the time, man. I'm only new to it myself, but if you're talking about financial goals, apparently this is the year.
That's really been taken off this year. I'm surprised.
Do you know what you're doing, or you just put some money to the side and you just like it's growing, but you don't know what you're doing though?
I don't really know what I'm learning. I mean, I'm in that circle where Charlie Cultivate Crypto. He's here in Tokyo. I see him sometimes. I'm hanging out, obviously hanging out with MLD. I see they're obviously I got into it because of these guys. I wouldn't have really been involved in it otherwise. But just from hearing them talk about it, I've invested, bought some various cryptos, just a few, but I'm very amateur at it. But I've already, you can already see gains. It's like when you first start seeing gains, you're like, holy shit, is this real? Like I just, like just the money starts doubling, or it's like, what the hell? This is like this. You can make some serious cash off it. I've made some.
Let me ask a question because it seemed like a silly question, but it's like, if it's so easy to gain, how come the rich people just don't put all the money in and just make it a monopoly?
I'm definitely no financial expert, but it's a new thing. I mean, it's a threat to the financial system. That's why maybe it's a threat to the dollar. Because it's a new thing.
He said he turned his stimulus into 10,000. What the 600 to 10,000 or what?
That's crazy.
Hey, say me?
Oh no, Johnny.
In the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's possible. You can like 10x, 20x. I mean, I had one mistake where one of my first moves in crypto turned out to be actually one of, I made a mistake. I got out of it. So I invested a bit of money into this coin. It is my first move in crypto, and this was some advice I got. And say I invested about a couple of thousand, right, into this coin when it was less than a penny. So but this coin, I was in it for a month or so, and it was going nowhere. So I changed into another coin, But now, if I had stayed, this was around September. Around September, I pulled out of this coin, and this coin, if I had stayed in it, I would have like 20, 30x my original. I'd have around $80,000 with
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
with only a couple of thousand like invested, like about 4,000. But I pulled out and I went into a different coin. But there's hundreds of opportunities. But that's like just one example of the type of like profits you can make. They're like incredible.
I think I get what you're saying. There's a lot of different currencies, but people just summarize it by saying Bitcoin. But Bitcoin's not like the main thing. They got all different.
Yeah, there's a billion types of coins. Yeah. Some are legit, some are like shit.
That's why you have to be part of like circles. You have to be part of groups, like, because there's a lot of guys that spend a lot of time. So like,
what's a good amount of time to keep it in before you pull it out? Do you wait years? Do you wait months? Like,
some people
out in October. So why you didn't? So John, why you didn't keep it in longer? Why you didn't keep it in longer? Why, if it was growing and you made nine racks, why you didn't try to keep it on going some more? I believe what I'm saying, because I'm just trying to figure it out, because I'm thinking about dropping some money, so that's why I'm asking these questions.
It's to do with the charts. It's to do with when it's gonna, because a lot of these cryptos like pump and dump, so they'll pump, and then the word on the street or the word on the internet will be, right, this coin is like gonna dump or it's gonna pump. So whatever so like. There's a rule. The rule of three. Usually, the rule of three is when you 3x your investment. So if you put in like 1,000 and you get 3,000, you should put after trebles. You should pull out your initial investment, take out your primary investment. But I mean, if you're 10xing, you should definitely pull out something.
But but being part of these circles too, like when it goes up, you can kind of get an idea of when it's going to go down, so that way you can kind of cash out and then get back in at a lower price, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, some people do that, more experienced people, but it is a lot to do with like getting out at the right time, getting in at the right time, because some people go full retard and they buy at the top. And then they freak out and it dumps and they sell at the bottom. So it's the worst. They lose a lot of money. Like people can lose like a lot of money too.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a lot of money. You can lose a lot of money.
Yeah, you gotta get to know what you're getting into, and like I don't know. Like I remember when I first started investing in stocks, though, I did a lot of research because I didn't want to I was worried about losing a lot of money, and I lost a lot of money, but I made a lot of money too in stocks. And then I went into crypto for a bit, and then I got out of it. And I'm just thinking right now it's going to be a good time to get back into crypto. I'm all set to go. I got the app. I just got to transfer some money.
So is it like poker? Like I got to be somewhat aware, or if I just got some money that I don't really care about, it'll work? Or do I got to be technical and be doing all this stuff to make sure it's?
I mean, there's a bit of technicality just getting your account set up, but I mean, there's apps you can get. You can buy you can just buy your coins online. I mean, the best thing you could do is like set up a consultation with someone who really knows. Like if you're gonna invest money, you gotta you should talk to someone like Charlie at Cultivate Crypto, or even get into one of his like Telegram chats. And then you're in the know, and then you're in the circle. And that's the most important thing, because there's a lot of people there's some real geniuses that are like doing this every day in, day out. So you can just kind of get some good information from these people, and do a bit of research on your own. But there's you can't just go and invest in some random coin, because you're not going to know anything about that coin. There's like thousands of coins.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them might be shit, or but there's coins that you'll keep hearing, and you'll see people there's safe ways to go around it if you pay attention. I'm trying to learn more as I go. I'm really, but
And that's just sort of just like when you're learning about crypto, about learning how to get good with ladies.
I mean, speaking of ladies, a good friend of mine back in Ireland, you know, he was in crypto like dumped in 2017, 2018. That's when a lot of people got hurt. You know, a lot of people lost a lot of money because it was like, you know, pumping and dumping. And he lost some money, but you know, he knew back in March, like crypto like bottomed out. It was worth around $3,000 or $4,000. And that was like a great time to buy crypto. Like Bitcoin is worth like over $40,000 right now. Like back in March, it was worth 3,000, or 3 or 4,000. And he was like you know, he's involved. He knows about crypto, so he was like, you know, I'm gonna buy four Bitcoin. And his girlfriend at the time was like, no, you're not going to do that because we're going to you need to like save to, you know, we're going to buy a house together. You need to save that money. That's stupid. Don't get involved in this crypto. And you know, now they're not together. And he's looking at these, you know, one crypto is worth $40,000, over $40,000, and he's like, you know, he was, you know, obviously blue pill, like he had no idea, like, you know, he's just listening, doing what. And I told him, you know, you don't ever listen to what, you know, a girl says. Basically, don't, especially when she's giving you financial advice, like go with what, you know, go with what you want to do. And that's the price you pay when you start, you know, obeying women in your life. Like you lose out. You know, he knew instinctively this is a good, you know, he's a smart guy. He's a very smart guy. He knew that this is a good thing, but he bowed down. He capitulated to his woman. They're not even together anymore. You know?
Well, why do you think that, you know, and I see that's a common thing, like when guys are in a relationship sometimes, or I mean, even when same when trying to meet girls for the first time, they have, they can't be authentic, and if they want to invest in something, why can't they say no? Is it just like kind of like a nice guy syndrome or something? They're not like happy with themselves, so they want to appease her because she's the only one. Like, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a nice guy syndrome. It's like they think they, you know, have to obey women once they're in a relationship. That's like a stereotypical blue pill guy, you know. They
Mm-hmm.
think that, you know, I have to do is the, you know, happy wife, happy life kind of thing. Like idiots, like, you know, stupid idiots, like listening to women when they know, like he knew instinctively that that was a good investment. I should do this. This will be good, you know. And you know, and he allowed her to have her way, and it cost him massively because, and he's just, you know, it's a good
So
lesson to learn. Like, always call the shots, especially when you think of, especially when it comes to something financial. Don't listen to, don't take your girl's advice over your own, what you want to do. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
I think it's because dudes are pretty much blue pill and it's normal. So it's like when you're in a relationship and you're going through shit. If you tell one of your blue pill friends, they're gonna be like, "I know, right?" Like because that's what they all go through. So it's normal. So
Yeah,
they look
man.
at it like a negative thing. They look at it like when you deal with the woman, this is just what you got to do, and it's not all. Yeah, you do got to go through stupid shit, but it's not always true. He said, "I emailed." You see my interest, Johnny Roy. You see my mind clicking, don't you? You like you emailed me. Yeah, you can
There we go up.
you see it on my face, huh?
Yeah, man. It's all about knowing people, man. Yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know. These people will help. You know, you get into good, like you get some good information. You know, if you're in good company, man, you'll get some. You know, you can really change your life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you're around good people. You know, especially when it comes to, you know, improving your life. You know, if you're hanging around people that are don't have good information, they're not doing anything with their lives, that, you know, that will rub off on you. You know, but if
Mm-hmm.
you're around people with, you know, intelligent people with, you know, making money on crypto, people with good game, you know, it's like you will turn into that. You know, that will happen you too.
I agree with you 100% on that. I mean, I think, you know, the type of people we hang around with, kind of like they always say, what was you're the result of the 5 people you hang out with the most, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I've learned too, because I used to like surround myself with this like negative people, or people who were just like I thought were going nowhere. And I mean, I kind of felt like a bummed out that I didn't really cut them out of my life, but I just kind of like I don't keep in touch with them anymore. But when I came here to Arizona, like I had a hard time meeting people. I met a few people that I had kind of had to push aside, and I don't know, just recently, man, like just started these meetup groups, and I've met a lot of cool guys. I got there's this one guy who's a professor and everything, and he's into sports. He likes talking to girls. Like we even did an approach one time, and it was just amazing to see him, because this guy was just like totally, like he was totally confident in himself, and he went in there. During the interaction, just started vibing with his humor and everything. I'm like, man, that's so cool, man. And it's just, I don't really, there's other people too who, I don't know, I just kind of have like, certain expectations when it comes to certain friends. Like, you're going to be like, not going to hang out. Say you make a plan, you just like cancel like at the last minute or change things. And you do this all the time. Like it gives me a freaking headache, and I don't need that stress. So I just got to say, hey, I got to put you aside. Or if I know someone is like super negative, and like I know back home, I have a friend. He's about like in his late 30s, and I mean he has a job, but he's still living at home with his parents. And I just remember going back to Michigan one year, and I hung out with this kid. And it was nice to hang out, but like he was still like in the same spot, and I have moved on as a person, and I just kind of like had to lose touch. I just decided to lose touch, because it's just like not the type of person I want to hang out with.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to be like it's more about like how much time you allocate to certain people in your life. Like if someone is really kind of a dead weight, and but they're fun to hang out with, but you just can vibe with them. They're funny, maybe, but they're like, it sounds harsh, but they're losers in real life. But at the same time, you enjoy talking with them. It's like, okay, well, you can still have that person in your life, maybe, but you've got to be very sure not to allocate too much time to them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to cut down on time with certain people, because it's like, it's just, it's basically just, you just, trying to, socialize with someone for your own pleasure, but it's actually not bringing you anything positive in your life, apart from maybe a few laughs.
Mm-hmm.
So I have certain people in my life where it's like, I could cut them out, but I enjoy talking to them. I enjoy vibing with them. I'm not gonna like ghost them like completely, but I'm not gonna be like calling them up every day, yo, bro, what's up? Like, I'm not gonna waste time with certain people. It's better to be around people who are mostly going places in life.
Like before this, I was talking to my man King Dre, and we were talking about he's blowing up over there, but he was giving me strategies and stuff, but it's just the energy was very motivated, and I left the conversation very motivated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like I say, man. It's this community is so cool, because, man, I'm telling you, like you can have friends that you get along with, and friends where y'all both may like pool, or y'all might even both like same mindset as other dudes. It's a whole different level of interaction, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just it's you know and
Yeah.
it's just a different connection.
You meet people like that too, but they're out there. You just gotta go out there and
They'll be hard to meet though, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, because guys be seeming like they players, but they don't be red pill though. They just be thinking like,
Yeah.
because they can go and they go to the club and they can get laid every now and then. They still don't like know what they're doing. Like the red pill is like knowing what you're doing and knowing how the female works. Understanding how the female work is different than just getting laid without understanding. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The red pill is extremely rare still. It's so rare. Think about it. Like, I mean, I can go years of my life without meeting red pill people in real life. You know, you don't meet red pill guys in real life. That's
Yeah,
what we.
you'll meet players though. You know, you'll meet guys and girls, but they still got a girlfriend, still go through the motions. You know, so it's just guys think just because they don't want commitment and they're single and they got a rotation that makes them red pill. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A red pill really is a mindset. It has nothing to do with that. You know what I mean?
That's why when when
Like
we
you can just be charming. You know, you're just charming and you're looking. That has nothing to do with red pill, though. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so people just say, "Oh yeah, I'm red. Oh yeah, I had a girl over last night, smashed her. I'm red pill as fuck." That don't make you red pill as fuck because you had a one night stand on at a
Mm-hmm.
birthday party. Like that doesn't make you red pill. That wasn't your red. My red
Yeah.
pill, man. My red pill moment is when I went out to the club and had sex with a girl I just met. I'm red pill. Like that's not. You got some ass. That's cool.
Mm.
I just
That,
think, to me too, it's just having that awareness of like certain things I didn't have an awareness before before I was red pilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, I just when I first read up about that, like I was like, oh wow, it just kind of opened my mind to a whole new world. And
then you got people who
it's kind of interesting, like how you see that, like once you kind of know that, you can kind of see that in society. Like you see certain things you didn't see before.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
all across the board, man. Just the red pill stuff. It's all across the board. It's not.
Yeah, but like the red pill is like it's everywhere around us, but like society should be red pill because all the information is like right in front of us. I was just talking about last night. I did a show just talking about the lyrics of like Nicki Minaj's song Anaconda, and it's
Mm-hmm.
it's just so like red pilling. Like, I mean, these lyrics in the songs are basically telling us what women actually want. And
Mm-hmm.
you have these blue pill guys, thinking that we need to treat women like princesses and yeah, being all chivalry and all that. But the reality is so different. It's the
Mm-hmm.
lyrics are serious, but there's a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth in these pop songs. Yeah, that women are basically, social media has like basically outed women. They've outed this, female nature, and it's uncontrollable. Like it's there. It can't be stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other? Like, I mean, yeah, basically listen to any lyrics from like female like pop songs, and you're gonna hear some serious red pills. You know, like it's gold. Like, the lyrics, they're so like they straight up tell us the truth. What was the other one? Listen to Cardi B's lyrics. I mean, it's just
Right.
you know listen to them. Like, actually just go and type in their song, listen to read the lyrics, read them. That'll tell you what's really up. Like, and this is not just the ratchet girls that are listening to this. This is like everyone. This is like, lower class, middle class, upper class, all all types of girls are listening to this. These Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, these are the queens. These are the women that females idolize all across the world. These songs have billions of views. Like, it's crazy. Think about that. Read the lyrics. It's some real like eye-opening stuff. Like, it's and guys still behave like women are. These innocent housewives that want these nice guys. Get out of here.
How many heartbreaks you think it take for a guy to wake up? Because sometimes it takes guys one, but a lot of times guys don't recognize the pattern.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking how many times, how many disappointments you think's for a guy to really want to like, no, okay, bro, I keep doing the same stuff and I keep getting the same result. What's the factor here? Like, how many times you think's the average for a guy to fall on his head to really be like, I got to learn something else because what I've been doing ain't working, and I got to figure out what's the science behind it.
I have no. I mean, I don't know. Maybe one. I don't know. I don't really think. I don't really think a guy can really fall in love like twice. I think maybe when you're blue pilled and you're very young, you fall deeply in love, and that's the only time like you really experience love. Luckily for me, that was earlier on. I mean, I look back at my
I think you can. I think you can do twice. I've been in love more than once.
yeah.
Because the first time you may think it's just a coincidence. Like it's a coincidence that the shit you was doing and y'all just didn't happen. So I wouldn't. I say maybe two. Because
No, twice for me.
Huh?
Twice for me.
Yeah, because the first time you could have fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't really make the connection of the female nature, red pill shit. You just think, oh, well,
Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's why I think. Yeah, since you said that, yeah, I think I could say I love two different girls. Maybe. Yeah, you can say that. Um, but for me, that was it. Yeah, two maybe. And then I think after the second one, it was like, yeah, I need to learn something. Like this is not how I should be behaving. This is embarrassing. Yeah, I look back on how I behaved in my relation, in my blue pill, relationships with like some serious embarrassment. Right? And that's not even a bad thing because that's like, okay, I've grown, I've changed a lot, you know. So you should actually look back on your previous self with like embarrassment, and that's not about that's that because that's like, okay, I've grown, I've changed, I've learned things. You wouldn't want to be like that anymore.
Well, just looking back on my last relationship, I just kind of realized like something was up when I was kind of making a lot of sacrifices for the girl I was with and everything, and like it still wasn't enough. And I just when I got out of that, it was probably like a year later, just because I really got frustrated too with just like not being very social and stuff. And I was just trying to figure out like there's something in my conditioning that is like keeping me from like doing this and just kind of not focusing on myself, not taking like extreme action in my life, and I had a few mindsets there too. And I just said, hey, I had just decided to make a change because I got tired of it. Like I want to, I want to be able to not be with the girl, not have to like please her. I want to just be myself. Like I want to be able to say no if I don't want to do anything instead of saying yes because I felt like I had to say yes all the time.
That's facts.
Yeah, man. Just on a side note, like I just want to like read. Can I just read some of these lyrics from WAP, like Cardi B song? It's just they're so funny. Like it's just so crazy. I'll just read. What's the most ratchet verse? Okay, maybe I'll just. Do you mind if I do it or?
Yeah, you could do a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. We were talking about it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is just an example of it because we've heard the song. I think everyone's heard the song, but I don't think a lot of people listen to the lyrics when they're
you don't listen to the lyrics. Period.
Yeah, you have to read the lyrics actually. Sometimes like the lyrics sound differently, like because the music so it overpowers the lyrics sometimes, and with all the effects they put on the vocals, it's like.
Okay, so here's one lyric. Here's one verse. Look, I need a hard hitter. I need a deep stroker. I need a heavy drinker. I need a weed smoker. Not a garden snake. I need a king cobra. With a hook in it, hope it lean over. He got some money. That's where I'm headed. Pussy A1 just like his credit. He got a beard. Well, I'm trying to wet it. I let him taste it. Now he diabetic. I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. I want to gag. I want to choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing, that swing in the back of my throat. My head game is fire, punani dasani. It's going in dry and it's coming out soggy. I ride on that thang like the cops is behind me. I spit on his mic and now he trying to sign me. And that's just one. That's just one verse. And that's actually not there's worse. Like there's more ratchet like verses in that song. In that
Mhm.
one song. That's like not even it get like you have to just read the whole song and just be like, whoa, this is what
And
women like millions and millions,
mainstream.
huh?
And it's mainstream. That's the crazy
That's
thing.
mainstream. That's
Mhm.
mainstream. But this is the cognitive dissonance we're faced with every day. We're taught like about how we have to be like gentlemen and be nice guys to women, but at the same time, we're being told that by these women when they're not singing. So these women will be all about, we're the good men, but then they'll be making songs like this. They'll be and look at what they're doing in real life.
And
You
that
know,
conditions them, since we listen to the conditions the guys, the songs that, and then
yeah.
like the songs
So
that condition the ladies. Like, and I know a lot of, music is a very powerful tool. And I know that, a lot of people kind of take, some of the lyrics to heart.
yeah, so it's called doublespeak. If you've ever read the book, George Orwell, everyone talks about it these days because we're living in this like dystopian world where it's like doublespeak. It's a term. It's like okay, you're told one thing and then I told So how's the weather today? It's raining and it's a beautiful sunny day. That's what we're being told by society. Which one is it? Is it rainy or is it sunny? Which one? I mean, you just said the both things. You want to, do you want a henny drinking weed smoker that, has a bunch of charges, or do you want like the nice guy? Because you said you want both things, but I'm not sure what you want. So that's why they're trying to confuse us. They're doing a good
Mhm.
job of it with most people.
Yeah, and I think all that confusion is what confuses us as people. We can't tell the difference between fact or fiction, and that's where we just kind of get lost.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
See,
so but yeah, I don't know. It's like it's a way of control, because the more people are confused, the more society is confused, the easier they are to control.
Hmm.
They just kind of follow along. People that watch TV, they're just brainwashed. It's like a slow boil. It's like putting the
Hmm.
frog in the pot, and just like turning up the heat slowly. The frog doesn't even realize it's getting boiled alive because it happens so slowly. That's what happens. People, they feel the comfort of sitting back in their home, turning on the TV. They don't realize it's not like just from one day to the next they get brainwashed. It's like a slow thing that happens throughout their lives. They
No,
don't they don't realize they're getting brainwashed, but it's happening since childhood. It's a
mhm.
whole process.
And the funny thing is too, like I just remember like my entire like concept of how like how it's supposed love and how it's supposed to like be for a lady. I got from watching TV growing up.
Yeah,
I realized all that, and then like when you kind of take a step back, you realize that's just like fiction. It's not real.
not real. Yeah. I mean, even remember the controversy over Britney Spears' song, like "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." There was controversy way back when was that even released? I mean, that was in the 90s, was it?
1998.
1998. And there was all this controversy because, it's like, it's so, hit me, baby. Like, you know, the idea of men hitting women. And we all know now that a lot of women are into that, that they like being, roughed up and thrown around the room and being dominated. And look at the lyrics of today. It's just getting more and more explicit.
Hmm.
But and it's not going to get it's not going to get any cleaner anytime soon. It's going to keep going that way. Like, and we're going to see more and more female artists, pop singers, or whatever, coming out with mad, like, you know, really red pill stuff. You know, from their perspective, it's not even, you know, not they don't even know about the red pill, but they're just. See, the thing about social media, it's like the floodgates have been opened. Like we're learning about female nature now. And like, you know, it's never been easier to learn about the red pill because like women are telling us, like we're seeing it. They're writing up on Twitter. They're talking about all, you know, and if you're not learning the red pill, if you're not even learning it like naturally just from women telling us, like they're telling us now, like the truth, then you're blindfolded, or just the brainwashing is so heavy that, you know, they're not able to see through it. They're not able to see what's in front of them. That's how heavy the brainwashing is. They're not able to see what's right in front of them.
Mm-hmm. There's a good question here by Tisha. Tisha, she says, how do you guys feel about women who are confident in their sexuality as far as them knowing what they want from their man?
How
You can be
do
confident with class. You can be confident with class, but some women don't know how to do both. Some women don't know how to be confident and classy at the same time.
I mean, I like women that enjoy sex, but I don't like dominant women. I like women that enjoy sex and are not ashamed to say that. But if they're dominant, I don't like that personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
You don't want the boss chicks.
Yeah. I don't like the boss. It's not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
I've never been with any bossy girls. You talking in the bedroom or?
Just that it's just the vibe, period.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've talked to some people like that, but it's hard for me to vibe with them because I'm more down to earth. Like, I like people who are more real and don't have to, like, who can be themselves. And I just feel like the bossy, well, it could be a part of the personality, but it's just something I don't want to tolerate, as a person.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to tolerate like dominance in personality or in the bedroom. It's not. It's just, but I like girls that enjoy sex. I think every guy would really. I mean, no one really it's no fun to be with a girl that's like a prude, or a girl that isn't confident sexually, because it's like, it's almost like they're not enjoying sex if they like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, a girl that's confident and enjoys like pleasure, I'm all about it.
No, but I mean, when it comes to like interaction though, like say like I go out on a date, I do find a girl who's like that, confident on the date, like like you can keep the vibe flowing. I think that's very cool. Like when you go out with someone, because I've been on a few dates where like the vibe wasn't there, and I think it's because like the girl wasn't confident. And like when a girl is confident at the first time, I know it's a little, the online thing is like when you meet them for the first time, yeah, it's going to be a little nervous, but you get confident to kind of talk and just express who you are. I find that kind of cool.
Yeah, like positivity. There can be different. I like girls that are like positive, like happy, but not dominant. But a girl that's like confident enough to share those positive vibes without and it's often the younger girls that have that, and they start to lose that as they get older. Like once they start hitting 27, 28, they start to, it's something that's not there actually. I don't see it. When I date these like from 21 to like 25, or 18 to 25, let's say, between that age group, I often get these like a genuine kind of positivity. They haven't been jaded by society. They haven't, because girls that that have come through, they're 27, 28, 29, they've had their hearts broken too many times. They've been dicked around too many times. They lose that, like that vibrance of about life.
Well, same can go for like a guy too who's kind of been dicked around, but I think it's all like about. I mean, I've met some girls who are kind of older who came off being positive, but I think everyone's different. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who are going to be like that. I just choose to like, go because I'm a very positive, fun person. Like I just choose to, when I see someone to have someone who has that vibe. That's just what I like.
Yeah, man.
I mean, before maybe I would, honestly, when I was kind of going on the apps, I would put up with that because I just thought, okay, well, I'm not having any luck on these apps, but I mean, that's just something I learned. I think the more you put yourself out there and the more you kind of look into yourself and kind of get a feel for what it is, type of people you want to hang out with and type of people you don't want to hang out. And same goes with, guy friends I need to. I don't want to hang out with bossy people. Someone who's going to be like a downer all the time. I mean, I get down, but I mean, I'm not all the time.
You get back up.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also some guys probably make a mistake or misunderstand like the difference between shyness and disinterest. Some girls are not actually shy; they're just kind of disinterested and like rude. But it's important to like kind of distinguish those two things. Some girls are just like kind of bitchy, like they'll come on a date with a sense of kind of entitlement. And some guys, some more innocent guys might think that's shyness. Try and understand the difference between those two things. If a girl is like not giving you full answers and looking kind of, disinterested or, understand that that's what that is. And
and I agree with you.
And also, real quick too, some women aren't interested. It's not always because how you look, fellas. It's not the always. Some women are shoe guys. You may be look good looking. If she don't like your shoes, you out. Or some women like black guys and you ain't black, you out. Some women like bald headed guys. And you got to see, but you always take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
I improve my face. She doesn't like me. It's not always your face.
Women are way pickier when it comes. Like there's a whole bucket. There's a whole list that they're ideal man. But men, men are much easier to please. Guys are not really that. I mean, I'm an ass guy. I'm into girls with nice like booties. I mean, if a girl is a really nice shape, I'm in. Like, I don't really like. You know what I mean? It's like some guys are more like some guys are pickier than others, but I wouldn't say I'm a picky guy. I have my type, and it's funny. I think it's very subjective as well. I mean, I'll be out with MLD, and he'll be like, "Oh my God, look at her," and he'll be like, "She's a 10," and I'll be like, "Nah, she's like a 7 for me, like or a 6." And then I'll see a girl that's like my 10, and I'll be, she's a goddamn 10, like she's my type, and then he'll be like, "Oh, she's no titties, she's like a 6," and I'm like, "Bro, are you serious?" Like, but that's just everyone's different. That's.
Well, a girl could be good looking, but also I got to get the vibe with her. Like I can't like hang out with someone who I'm not vibing with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. I just got to do it to work my game. Tisa has another question here, guys. What would be the advice you give the guys to break the ice in their approach if they are shy?
Situational. That's what I do anyway. Period. I'm not shy at all, but I still use situational. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The only time my stuff really changes is like when I'm in the club and stuff, where you in the atmosphere where you're drinking and you're in the close vicinity. Then I'll do different little strategies and stuff. But
yeah,
what's going on? Huh?
I said the club is a different atmosphere compared to like going being out in a public place during the day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two different, like I don't know. I would say situational is a good thing, or I just make an observation about something. to break the ice. And me being a funny guy, I just kind of, deal with a sense of humor.
Yeah.
That tips on not taking it personal. Stop giving a fuck, bro. Just start telling yourself you don't give a fuck every single day for a year, and you'll start to believe it a little bit, if not a lot.
Yeah, that's the one thing I would say is like guys worry too much about what to say. Stop overthinking it. Stop thinking too much about what you're gonna say. Like, you're doing it wrong if you're worried about what I'm gonna say. Like, how am I gonna open? It should be just go up and like introduce yourself. Stop thinking about openers. Stop thinking about pickup lines. Like, get rid of it. Just get that out of your head. Like,
did you ever use pickup lines when you first started? Started like approaching?
That's not my style. Nah, man. It's
Me
like
neither. Never.
no, that doesn't work, man. That's like
My only pickup line is "What's your name?"
Mm-hmm.
That's
just be real, authentic. I remember one time, like this is back in maybe 2008. I was at a nightclub with someone. I was doing the whole PUA thing, and I met him through a group, and we went out one time. I remember one of his openers was, "Oh, excuse me, girls, I had to move over here because I just farted." They just like totally like looked at him like, "Oh God, you're an idiot."
It's kind of funny though, but
I realize like at this past few years, like you just gotta be more. I don't know, just work on developing your own. I mean, just be social in general. Like, just not talk just to girls, but talk to guys. But the more you get comfortable being social with someone, I feel the more comfortable you're going to be around talking to girls. And there you go.
You can almost say anything if you deliver it well. It's like if you want to deliver a pickup line, do it. But if you're kind of a cheesy person, if that's your style, like then roll with it. Like there's no rules saying you can't do that. But that's not my style. But that might be someone else's style who's like cheesy, and they're behaving naturally like that. They tell like they tell jokes like that could be you. Like if that's your style, then roll with it. But if you're being authentic,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I realize that's what it's about. It's like having that authentic vibe. Like if you're using something that's canned, like I mean, when someone's knows it's going to be like a pickup line or like other people do, like it's not going to come up as real when you're having the conversation with the girl.
Yeah.
Right about that.
I mean, I was talking to this about Afi to Afi a couple months ago. Like I was saying, I was just going up, kind of being direct, But then I kind of, he was telling me it's got to just focus on the vibe, just having a conversation. Like like sometimes now I just go do just an observational opener, situational opener about what's going on, and just get a conversation going on and see if the vibe is there. And like I kind of realized after being in an interaction, maybe like within in a minute or minute and a half, whether or not the vibe is there or not. Continue on with the conversation or go.
Exactly. Yeah. Figure out the vibe. Once you figure out the vibe, you know whether to stay or go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I gotta get going because I gotta go do some work. So I want to thank you two for coming on here to the show. And
you guys subscribe too. Don't just watch the video and be like, "Cool video." Y'all gotta subscribe.
I was just gonna say, like, we're gonna do this again, and I got some other material that I'm gonna be coming out with soon and posting. So please subscribe and hit the like button if you like the video.
If 4 people in here. Press 1 if you subscribed already. Let's see.
Okay, let's see.
See if y'all lying or not.
Yeah. Or maybe they already subscribed. Who knows?
He said he subscribed to both of y'all. Cool. Okay.
Cool.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Thank you very much.
Peace. Y'all have a good night, everybody.